pop out chat back here. I'll just leave that there because it focuses really good on that. And I'm going to set this up. So I can watch what you guys are watching on a different screen. All right. Everything's good. Hi, Joycey. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Eileen. Sweet Robert is on his way to town, Eileen. Hi, Sharon. He's going to get me some dirt so I can start planting this week. I need new dirt. My old dirt is dirty and icky. Hi, Judy. Hi, Gail. Hi, Elaine. I just have them out to show the box, Eileen. Just get your panties in a wad. You haven't even been here 5 minutes. Hey, Ian. I'm going to have to send her some tranquilizers or something, I think. That coffee is so good. No, what we're going to do today is make myself a new watercolor journal. About that. But isn't my box fun? I think it's so cool. I love it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it a lot. Like, I'm loving it so much I can't even tell you. And then I have a surprise. I'll just give people a little bit of time to come in. We've only got 11 here so far. And a thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. Oh, you see, Google will delete your comment. It's a keystroke, Wendy. If it doesn't recognize it, like this morning, I don't remember who it was that Dee Dee said something about Dick Blick. It hid that. So it's a keystroke. That's funny though. You like it, Judy? It's so much fun. Your box of colors is way awesome, Dee Dee. Hi, by the way. I loved your gouache. You open that little thing up and it's all pretty. It is pretty and would look nice on a shelf and never touched. I've already used it. When I took the photo the other day, if you noticed, everything was so clean and everything because I gave everybody a little bath. And but I've been used so you can see it's going to get trashed out. And that's okay. I'll like it better then. So, hi, Kim. Oh, when Ian was talking about why a pram is called a pram this morning. Hi, Patricia. You get to lurking. Hi, CB. CB, I didn't get to go watch that video last night. I think I wrote it down wrong, so I may have to check with you. Yeah, that's for sure, Dee Dee. He is, and he's offered to do like a one-on-one class with me, and I need to take him up on it. It's just I got to carve out some time, you know, when it's convenient for both of us. So, yeah, we're getting some people here now. Hey, Vaughn. Working and lurking. That's the best way to do it. I was doing that at Dee Dee's this morning, trying to get some stuff put away. Oh, my God. I don't know how I messed this place up so bad. Hi, Katrina. But I do. I mean, I can seriously trash this place out. Like right now, it's kind of tidy because I know it's probably going to be a mess in an hour. But yeah, by tomorrow, it'll look like I never tidied it. Hi, Kimberly. So, yeah, I'm going to show my box first of all. This started out as just a cigar box, and it measures. And I haven't shown this since I got the tray done. Outside to outside is about 11 inches by 7 inches. So it's not big. And I like that. I didn't want like a huge palette that would take up all my table space. So this is good. But the coolest thing about this There's a ruler. You got to measure everything, Judy. Duh. Anyway, the best thing about this, and I haven't figured out how I'm going to do the handle for, so I can lift out this tray. And I'd been waiting for this before I showed it, is you can take this out, which I also like, makes it kind of portable, the palette part of it. But then I ordered from Amazon these two ceramic dishes, and look at how perfect they fit. Is that not just so amazing that they would fit in there so good? So, oh, and is Lena here? I know, it like that couldn't be more perfect if I tried, right, Dee Dee? It's almost like they were made for that. But I want to know if Lena's here because I have to show something really funny. When I was making the tray, I wasn't sure what I wanted to make it out of. I thought balsa, but if balsa gets wet, it's, you know, like, I wasn't sure. So that's what I'm thinking, Eileen, is that I might just do some ribbon loops on the side, because I still have to alter this bottom because these just came and I haven't had a chance to finish this bottom portion yet. So I made it out of balsa that is, let me see if this size it. It's 3/32 by 2 by 36. So you get quite a big piece. But I wasn't sure that the balsa would be stiff enough to hold the weight of the little half pans. So I have to show something really funny. Lena had sent me, I don't know, some time ago, a package, and I wish Lena was here. But on the chipboard, she wrote, this chipboard have the same IQ level as my cat. And it was just a really, really sturdy piece of chipboard. So I thought, oh, I'm going to use that. But it makes it especially happy because I know that that's underneath there. Because I just flipped that over, right? That's the underside of the palette. And then what I did was underneath here, there's a strip of magnetic tape. So these sit in there and they don't move. And I just have these in there for spacers until I figure out how I want to do that. So yeah, so they're all magnet. They won't, you know, they're not moving around. They're not going anywhere. Now I'm going to finish the bottom. So I think what I'm going to do on the bottom is these pieces of balsa that were left over fit it perfectly on the edge to hold these so that they're not sliding around and clanking into each other or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and add those, and then I'm going to put a cross piece along here that is the height of the spacer, and this is just a spacer that's here right now. It'll be this height right here. I take this out. Yeah. So it'll support the middle of this tray, right? And then in each corner, I'll have little pegs that are the same height as this. So there's support in the middle and on each of the corners. Did Lena just come in? Lena, did you see what the tray is made out of? Were you here when I showed that? Look it. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. So you're going to live in my box forever. Yeah, and this is like, the reason I used it is because she used a really heavy duty piece of chipboard. I mean, it's heavy, heavy, heavy. It's more sturdy than this balsa wood, for sure. So, yeah. A+ in engineering. Isn't that funny, Lena? You're going to be forever in my box forever. So, and then these are the little trays that I ordered to go in there. So I've still got just a little bit of work. And then this is, I can't imagine, maybe I will, but I like having my paintbrushes out. So I don't know. I was thinking what I would do is make a smaller tray that will fit down here, because I'm continuing to collect the M grams. And these are all my Daniel Smith, which I like, but I like the M gram better. So I thought, well, I could make a little tray that would fit down here that I could move the Daniel Smith to when I acquire more M grams. Because, Dee Dee, if you'll notice, there are fewer empties down here. Because I might have gotten a delivery the other day. Hi, Elena. And anybody else I missed while I was going on and on about my little box here. Yeah. So I'm thinking, because I can't imagine I'm going to put my paintbrushes in there. I just don't see myself doing that. So I think what I'm going to do is I will get a sea sponge, because I like them, you know, to put your brush or use for texture. Yeah. So, and then I thought the other day, I really thought I was losing my mind because I got my Amazon order and it had my new paints in it. So I got them put in their little half pans right away. And I thought, man, I could have sworn I ordered that cerulean blue, but maybe I didn't. I'll have to go back on and order, blah, 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 blah. And then this morning they delivered it. So I have a brand new one to add. I'm so excited. I love this so much. I know they are perfect, right, Lena? So what's Eileen saying? Probably something bad. Sweet Robert would like a nice dinner out and watercolors coming every day. Well, tell you what, Eileen, Sweet Robert has a whole wallet full of credit cards that are dying to be used. And if he wants a dinner out, he ought to pack up his happy ass and go get one. That's my idea there. How about that? And if he's going to use a credit card, he can take me with him. You are so mean. I am. Poor Robert and Roxy. Are you kidding, Kat? OMG. Those two have life made around here. I'm not kidding. For real. So, last week, I think it was, Kathy Berg was showing this little book that she made. And I didn't know. And if you guys want to do something else, we can do it. But she showed this little book that she had made in a class over at her local stamp store. And I have made myself like a little journal. Let me see. Well, yeah, to go in my traveler's notebook, right? Oh, and I did paint one this weekend, believe it or not. I finally got something painted. Yeah, because hibiscus, and look how I trashed that out. Ugh. But yeah, I did paint a little bit. But I was thinking I'm going to make a smaller journal. Yeah, I'm going to make one. Hey, Julie. So I'm thinking I'm going to make one. And all I did was take the chipboard and I went ahead and gessoed it because I was thinking I really like the way like tissue paper looks when it's glued down. So I'm thinking I'm going to make that. And so what I did the other day, I was playing with the watercolors and got out some tissue paper. And you guys know how like absorbent tissue paper is. So I went ahead and just made this paper, 2 sheets of it. You know, they were stacked. So the one underneath is just absorbing whatever I did on top. And I'm going to collage the watercolor paper onto the journal cover, bind it, and then the inserts will be watercolor paper, just the B paper, just something that I can play in, right? But yeah, so this is just tissue paper where I just sprayed water on it and then just put watercolor wherever. And that's what I ended up with. So yeah. And then some, like this over here is really where I got watercolor when I was filling the tubes. where I just used it kind of as a rag. Now, one thing about watercolor is it's going to want to move, right? Because that's the nature of the beast, is that it's going to want to move when I start collaging it onto the cover. So I did go ahead and spray this with workable fixative. I don't know how well it's going to work. It was just white tissue paper, yeah. And it had been wadded up before, so the wrinkles and stuff. And then, of course, when you get it wet, wherever a wrinkle is where it's going to stay. So, but I actually like that, where the wrinkles have kind of shown, and then it mixed together, made different colors. I didn't get too much mud, here and there a couple places, but no big deal. I've got plenty of paper to use, that's for darn sure. Oh, okay, Eileen. Sweet Robert hasn't left yet. I guess he wanted to come say hi to you.
I did. Come in to say hi, Eileen.
Say hi to everybody else, too.
Hi, everybody else.
And
good morning.
Blow Eileen a kiss. Just do it. Thank you. All right, what?
You want to sell your table and chairs out here?
Well, duh.
Next door. What do they want? What do you want for them?
You just come up with a price and sell it to them. Robert, it came from your mother's house.
Was that the
I want the money.
I'll just give it to them. Oh, you can have the money then. What do you want?
Just give them a price and let them take it.
Okay.
It's fine. Selling my furniture. Dee Dee said, Robert, before you run out, Dee Dee said, hi, scissor hands. That's funny. Yeah, and honestly, if you want to give it to them, you can give it to them. I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't care.
All right.
I'll be glad it's gone. It's pretty little furniture, though. I mean, we could sell it.
Yeah, they've been good neighbors. They've been good to us in a lot of things. They built the building, but other than that, they've been damn good.
Okay,
neighbors. Tell
me what they've done for me lately. Go give them the damn furniture and quit bugging me.
I don't even know what to ask for.
All right, the mad mower of bushes, yeah, but the bush is coming back, so neighborly love, I know, mower maniac. He's got quite a reputation. He's such a nice guy, though, you know, you have to give him some crap, otherwise he goes around with a big head all the time. Worse than mine. All right, so we're going to just start. I'm going to assemble the cover before I start collaging it, because here's what I was thinking. When you put these together, you have to leave a little bit of gap there. But what I was thinking, like with Kathy, she had like baubles and stuff on the back of hers, if I remember it. But when you're watercoloring, you kind of want your book to lay flat, right? Because your water's going to flow. You know, if it's at an angle, your water's going to flow. You don't necessarily want that. You kind of want it, I think, flat, or a little bit's not going to matter. I made the spine. I'll give you the measurements. The covers are 5 inches by 6.5 inches. And the way I determined the size of the book was I took one sheet of the B paper. What is it? 6 by 9, I think. Yeah, 6 by 9. Folded it in half and then added a 1/4 inch all the way around. Well, maybe a little bit more on this edge, but that's how I did it, because I wanted plenty of cover around it. So, and then the spine, I decided I was probably going to make 3 signatures because watercolor paper is kind of thick, and so I won't get many sheets per signature, right? So this is 2 inches. Where do you get the tissue paper? I don't, any gift wrap place. I just scavenge it, you know, like when people send gifts or out of gift bags or whatever. I just save that junk because I'm goofy that way. So anyway, when you're building the book itself, you have to keep in mind that for the spine, you have to give some relief for the cover to bend. So you actually have to create a hinge in here, right? So I thought, Kathy bound hers with packing tape, I think, and you can use packing tape, duct tape, anything like that. You'll see when it's all said and done how you can really use anything. And I'm going to flip it over because my measurements are in here and I don't want to lose them. Oops, that one I'm going to leave there because I want it on the inside. So I'm going to leave about 1/8 of an inch. I mean, if you wanted it to be perfect, you could use the width of your cardboard, but I'm going to leave about 1/8 of an inch. Okay, and I'm thinking I'm going to use just some gauze that I cut up into pieces just to make my hinge a little bit sturdier. Okay, but I think I'm going to be using like Aleene's Tacky or something for that rather than matte medium. Matte medium would be adequate glue, but I think I'm going to go ahead and use Aleene's Tacky to put the gauze down. So, you got any questions? Does what I'm doing make sense? Yeah, I'm going to put B watercolor paper in it.
Daryl just called. I'm going to visit with him a while.
Okay.
I want to go into town, so I'll be a little extra long.
Okay, cool. Hi, G. Brody. So, does what I'm saying make sense? I'm just going to put a line of glue here. This Aleene's Tacky is about done. It's old and thick. But no worries, I have a new bottle. And probably the only thing you have to really think about it and worry about at this point is making sure that the bottom, oh, I need to move up. I need to move this back a little bit. That the bottom of your book and the width of your hinge, you know, the opening that you're leaving is about the same. And if I was going to do that, I would probably put that in, but I'll just leave it. Right now, it looks really good to me. So I'm just going to use the gauze to hinge it together. And you don't have to worry about this won't show because I'm going to collage on top of it, right? And I just did it in pieces because it seemed easier to me than trying to do all at once and keep it all intact. I do that because I have experience and I know how goofed up I can get. So I hope you guys had a nice weekend and a nice Easter. I did. We went over to my brother's on Saturday and had brunch. And that was kind of different because we don't normally do brunch. We normally do a big old dinner. Hi, Penny girl. But yeah, it was kind of nice just to have different. We had brunch. We had ham and bacon and sausage. And Amber just fixed so much food. And it was fun because they have 2 little grandkids. And Pixie is, I think, 3. Well, I think she's turning 3 here this month. And then just a little baby. He didn't know anything. But Pixie was at an age where she's fun. You know, like she was having fun doing Easter eggs. And we hid them all outside. And while she was outside looking, I went in and hid them inside. So, God, we kept her looking for eggs forever. And it was funny because she would find an egg and put it in her basket. And we'd say, oh, Pixie, your basket's getting full. Let's put some out on the table. So we'd take the same eggs and turn around and rehide them in the same places that she just found. We're laughing like crazy. She's having just a blast. She had so much fun finding those Easter eggs. She's at a fun age. She's fun at Christmas and she's fun at Easter. So it's kind of nice to have little ones around on those holidays. But it was nice to do it early in the day because then we got home, and had, some portion of the day here at home together, which I appreciated. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'll check it. Looks like it's fine. I'm going to do the same thing on the inside. Hi, Malayle. I probably just butchered your name. I'm so sorry. Hi, Sharon. Sharon, you need to fess up if you sent that stuff to Dee Dee. Holly, I don't know if I said hi to you. I know I've missed some people. So, yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the inside, and then we'll start collaging. And then I'll show you, after I get it collaged and dried, we'll go ahead and put the signatures in, and you can see the book done. And it'll be my new watercolor journal. So I won't end up with dirty pages like I do in my traveler's book. All right, and I'm going to push this one in a little bit. For some relief, If you've ever done this, you totally get the whole relief idea. But this is important because otherwise your book won't open and close good. And your egg this morning, Dee Dee, was really fun. And Lena did it too. She arted along. She did really good too. I had too much to do to be arting along. It would have been a fun one to art along to, though. You're back again?
Yeah.
You just don't want to leave, do you?
I just got through talking to Daryl again. Being some of my mad money.
Don't be looking at me.
Yeah. I don't know quite what to do.
I really don't know what to advise you either. You don't have to do it today either, just go get the information today and then we can talk about it later if you want.
Okay.
I mean, it's only 20 minutes away, so it's not that big a deal.
It's what?
It's only 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
If you put the pages in with elastic like a traveler's notebook, you take them out to watercolor and nice and flat. CB, I thought about that, but I thought this time I would just go ahead and sew the signatures. But I'm with you, like I like the whole idea of traveler's notebook where you can take them out, and I might do that yet. I don't know. We can talk about it. I have the elastic and everything, so And I have some pieces of the tissue paper. Oh, because I was going to show you. I actually did. But this is before I sprayed it. This is kind of what it looked like when I just was practicing with it. So, yeah. So while that dries, I'll just tear some of this up so I have some pieces ready to go. That's cool right there. I like that. That did not get sprayed with fixative though, because that was where I just cleaned up a mess. I'm going to set that aside. I want to see how the spray fixative worked. If it's going to keep the watercolor from moving. Thank you, Judy. Yeah, CCB, I totally get what you're saying. And for watercolor, that is definitely a consideration. You know, you don't want to be painting at an angle. So, don't know. Robert going to town. I'll tell you what is so funny about this. He has been bugging me here. Oh, our last election, whenever it was, I don't know. But here in the United States, a huge number of our states have now voted to allow medical marijuana or marijuana for recreational use, right? So Robert's been bugging me, you know, let's look into investing in some marijuana stocks. And I'm not sure that I think it's a great investment because I believe the pharmaceutical companies or the tobacco companies, the government's going to get involved at some point and make it shitty, no matter what. You watercolor at an angle and it's not all bad. Okay, thanks, Vaughn. That's good advice. You like the paper, Beth? Well, get out some white paper or white tissue paper, get out your watercolors and spray it first, and then just start putting watercolors on, and that's what you get. So anyway, he's been talking about doing that for like the longest time, and I was just finally tired of talking about it. I was just like, I know enough about it, first of all, you know, to know if it's a good investment, if it's not, who's going to all get involved, what the government's going to do, because it's all so new still, right? So I said, go talk to Daryl. You know, I mean, that's why we have him. Go talk to Daryl. So Daryl called me the other day and I said, would you get him off my back? So that's why Daryl is calling Robert, because I was just like, would you get him off my back? I don't know if it's good or bad. I really don't. And there was a time in my life I would have taken the time to, investigate and do the research. I have no interest in doing that crap anymore. I don't know why. I just don't, because I'd rather build art boxes, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so that's why Robert's going in to see Daryl, because I honestly said, would you just get him off my back? Tell him what to do. Yeah, the states are making a lot of money in taxes. So I feel you'd rather build art boxes. For sure I would. All right, I'm going to dry this glue real quick because I don't want to water it down before I start putting the prettiness on there. Shouldn't take but a minute. All right, those would be good hinges. Public announcement, please keep off the brown acid. I don't know. It's crazy. Trimming off the excess at the bottom. Oh, you know what? I just put a brand new X-Acto blade in, so that'll work great with that. Hopefully, this will work. We'll find out. Cool. Eileen's crapping because I got the ruler out again. I like stuff straight. And I would not do this with a dull X-Acto blade. Promise you. All right, there we go. See, and all righty. I'm going to do the outside first. And I'm going to use Golden Matte Medium to collage with. I like it the best. You can use Liquitex or anything you want, but I like Golden because it has a nice matte finish. It feels really good. So, yeah. Now it's just simple stuff. You know, one thing I might do is put something down so I don't have to clean up a bunch of matte medium later. How about that? I just keep these books around to use so I can just throw them away, save myself cleanup mess later. Here we go now. Any questions before I get started? Because if I get started, I probably won't be paying a whole lot of attention. Do we have new people here? Hi, Jersey Crafter. Hi, Vicki. Didn't see you come in. All right, here we go. Got my handy dandy glue brush. Now, the thing I'm going to watch for is, of course, now I don't know which is up or which is down. That was stupid. I don't know. We're going to find out. Hopefully the watercolor will not move. And I won't care if it gets wrinkles in it. In fact, I probably will encourage wrinkles like I did the other day. Because I like the texture. So I will be encouraging the wrinkles. The wrinklage is good. All right. I must have picked right because the watercolor did not move. So that's a good thing. And I'll let it go off the edge because when I turn it over, I will glue that on the back side. That one moved a little bit, so doesn't matter really. All right, looks like the spray fixative worked for the most part, so that's good to know because I wasn't really sure. Because if it didn't, I was going to end up with a whole bunch of mud, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's working pretty good. Pretty good. I wish I'd done more blue, but I didn't, so what the hell. What fixative? I used you can, it is matte medium, Patricia. There are several different kinds of fixative that you can use. You can use a final fixative or a workable fixative. I just grabbed the first one I grabbed, and it happened to be a workable fixative. But the workable fixatives are designed so that they will keep your substrate, whatever you're working on, absorbent or whatever. A final fixative, when you work with a final fixative, you better be done working on what you're working on, because when you put your final on, it's a done deal. You're not going to be able to work on top of it. See, that one I must have gotten upside down. Yeah, you're not going to be able to work on top of it. It's not going to be absorbent or whatever. It will put like a final finish on it. So yeah, be done with it when you use your final. So far, I'm liking it. And I made the paper, I don't know, a few days ago, probably Friday. He's back.
Yeah.
You having a hard time getting out of here, honey?
Yeah. Now I'm going to
go. Okay, bye. I'm going to try not to get crinkles on the that hinge. I'm sorry. Did you need something?
No, I just was begging about that money. Daryl can't take it anyway. He said you can't take cash. I'd have to go get a
cashier's check or something.
Cashier's check. So anyway.
Well, don't worry about it. Go get the information. We'll talk about it and make a decision later. Okay, bye now. Bye. He does this every time he leaves the house. He'll be back 100 times. And even though the watercolor is moving a little bit, if you just don't go over it and over it and over it, you should be fine. Should I go lock the door so he can't get back in again? That would be mean. But it would be funny. I like that right in there. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool, huh? Wait till it's dry. Then I'll decide whether or not I rub it with ink or what I end up doing. I'm kind of liking the whiter pieces, so. But I like that right there, so. It's hard being me. And tissue paper is, you know, like nice and thin, so it's real pliable. You can kind of maneuver it however you want. Ooh, I like that piece. That's going right along the edge. Yeah, see, that one didn't bleed at all. So the side that I got the fixative on is working. So when you're tearing it up, try and pay attention. to which side you fixatived. And then some colors are just going to be harder, like that pink. I think it's just going to be harder to keep in place. It's kind of like purple magicals. Try to kind of watch for air bubbles if you're doing this. They're not going to hurt anything, but your paper may have more of a tendency to want to tear if there's one there. This is going on the spine because it's cool looking. This technique would look good on the PVC zipper bags. Oh, Picola, what is she paying you? Eileen is pouting. I'm sorry, Eileen. Okay, so I noticed it when Picola said it, but I ignored Eileen. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Eileen. She just uses gel medium to put the tissue down. It would, and I probably should order some. Eileen wants me to make, and I'm not actually opposed to doing it. I just know me. She has those bags that Dee Dee showed. Dee Dee had one. I think it was last week, a bag. And they're called, what are they? The PVC zipper bags. Okay. And she wants me to buy some to collage on top of, which I'm not absolutely opposed to doing. And now I'm probably going to have to end up ordering some. I just know me. And if something gets put in a bag, that's the last I see of it. That's why I can't use pencil cases or anything else, because if something goes in that bag, that's where it stays the rest of its life. Will this work on a beast cover? Yeah, I can't see why it wouldn't work on a beast cover. Yeah, it would work fine on a beast cover. That is a cool piece right there. So I want to put it in a prominent place because it's awesome looking. Some of them are just ho-hum. Some are exceptional. This one I'm going to put down here. Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't work on a beast cover. One thing I will say about working on a beast cover, if you're going to glue anything to, and when we're talking about the beast, for those of you who may not be familiar, I'll get it out and show it here in a minute. It's kind of a leatherette looking kind of cover. If I was going to do this, well, last time I did a beast cover, you might want to sand the cover before you start gluing to it so that it won't have a tendency to want to pop off. My first beast cover, a couple of them popped off. And after that, I learned my lesson. It was like, take the time to sand the cover of the beast before you start gluing to it. You'll like yourself a whole lot better for having done that. But yeah, and then you can glue on the beast cover. You could use Mod Podge or anything else. Out of sight, out of mind. Absolutely, Kim. Yeah, I am horrible about that. If it's not in my face, it ain't going to happen. That's that. That one can go right down there because that purple, I can almost guarantee you, is going to move. Yeah, see, and I did that. I knew that purple was going to move, and it did. But that's okay. We're going to put a similar color next to it, so we're not going to make mud. I'm liking this so far. Well, thanks, Jersey. I'm glad you came. Eileen is the number one enabler on the entire planet. And Dee Dee probably might be second. When it comes to books especially, Dee Dee is the worst for books. Hold on to your pocketbook when you go in the bookstore. I never feel bad spending money on a book, though, ever. You can always justify a good book, in my opinion. All right, I think most places I've got enough to fold over. I'm going to... I don't want to cover that up, though. I like that so much. All right, I'll just set it in there. All right, I'm going to rinse my glue brush real quick. It's getting really gunky. Dee Dee is a book monster. I know. Believe me, I know. I have books sitting on the floor that I don't have room on shelves to prove it, CB. I've got to move the kids' room around, or I've got to move something around to make room for the books. The books, the books, the books. But I don't feel bad about them. I love the books. And I'm not wadding it up around the hinges. I want it kind of smooth. Cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Allergies have been horrible. Oh, the pollen here is terrible. I'm not crazy about the pink pieces, to be honest with you. There. Got quiet, didn't it? That piece is really cool looking too. Looks like stained glass. Yeah, in a way it kind of does. Actually, you probably could draw some designs on here, really, and make it look exactly like stained glass. That would be a fun thing to try, Diana, actually. Hi, by the way, I didn't even say hi to you. And Carol Reed, I don't believe I even acknowledged you. Sorry. I'm very intent here, you can tell. Thank God for Kathy's soap, because I've already got matte medium all over my hands. Yeah, over here. Trying to mix up the colors a little bit. Might be time to tear some more up. That corner looks like a pour in gold. Oh, because the light is reflecting off it. Yeah, it does. That would look really cool. You know what? I may have to end up rubbing this with gold when I'm done, because that, when you mention it, that does look like that, but it's really just reflection. But that gold did look pretty. I really wish I'd done more blue. Really, really. That one is a cool color right there. It's going in just like it is, because that is very cool looking. I'm not crazy about the red either, so I put that aside. Might be time to tear some more up. Just had to move that so it wouldn't glue down completely, because I'm going to actually wrap this around. So, because I'll probably do the inside much the same. Now, the inside you could do with just any kind of paper. You could put pattern paper or whatever in there. But I have ample amounts of this, so I might just go ahead and do the inside just like this as well. Don't know. And if you're like, my glue brush starts getting kind of icky and is transferring color, so I go ahead and rinse it and eliminate that as much as I can to keep the matte medium clean, because otherwise I'll end up making it muddy all on my own, and I don't really want to do that. For those of you, or any of you, I guess, I know Dee Dee is, are any of you guys watching the Potter House videos? They're getting it really close to done. It looks so good. I'm going to wash it again. I must have gotten some of these pieces upside down. Oh, I want something prettier next to that. Okay, that'll be fine. Yeah, it's looking more like a home again. I know, Julie. I love every time they put out a new episode of that. One, I think they're just such good people, and I want good things for them, you know. Him and his wife both. I like on the areas where there's white, where it shows whatever's underneath shows through. That's really cool. So if you're going to do this, you might keep that in mind when you're making the paper, is leave some white areas, because it does really make it look cool. I like that. That one needed to go in a really prominent place. I guess right down here is where it's going to go. Because that's a cool looking piece. All right, now I'll just fill in the places where I might have, need around the edges. All right, I'm going to heat set this real quick. Did you notice that, Eileen, what I said? I said heat set. I didn't say blow it dry. Now I'm just going to add these little pieces just to give it interest here and there. Something unexpected. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Okay. No blowing it. Did Mary come in? Hi, Mary. Hi, Allie. Uh-oh, you were talking about Eileen at another stream? Eileen, you're famous. Actually, some of the comments I get on my YouTube videos, people comment about Eileen a lot, and some of them even say they feel sorry for me. Eileen's busy buying patches for me. That wouldn't surprise me a bit, Lena. All right, so let me heat set this real quick. Matte medium dries really quickly. I just noticed a place that's wanting to pop up. If you see that as it's drying, just go back and glue it back down. No big deal. Because when matte medium is nothing but acrylic, right? So when matte medium dries, it's very plastic-like. It's just easier to manipulate when it's wet. So just get it down good. And you'll be able to see if you have potential problems. They just start popping up as they dry. Did you notice that Eileen said she ordered the bags for you, so you have no choice now? Piccola, I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. I did think it was a joke. No, she really did. Like mediums, they're twins. Both are plastic. Yeah. So we'll have gifts to give away. But honestly, you guys, I don't think I'm so different than most people. How many here, if they put something in a bag and set it on the shelf, remember a week later what's in that bag? I cannot be the only dementia-ridden person in this chat right now. I never do. It's on the floor, not on the shelf. You would remember, Allie? I'm so bad. See, most people I think are just like me. Or like in a pencil case. If I have to get my pencils out of a pencil case, I'm never using them ever again. I tried it. I really did. I've got two really nice pencil cases, and I put pencils in them that I don't ever use because I knew I would never use them. sleeve on. Remember the missing Neos? You put them in a bag, Vicky? Oh my gosh. You found them? Did you find them? I'm not alone. I knew I wasn't. Oh, pulled that up with my sticky fingers, so I got to glue it back down now. Don't make it worse. You got a DR pencil case, and it is so nice, and it was only a DR pencil case, and it was only $4.50. Well, what are you going to put in there? Something else to forget? Honestly. And I have pencil cases, and I love them. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love them, but I just know me. I just know me. Out of sight, out of mind. My most used products are the stuff that's sitting right in front of my face every day. Well, how many times have you guys heard me say I lost something? You need pencils and markers? Yeah. Okay. This is how you have to, I'll pull this over so you guys can see it. This is how you have to keep your supplies. Right out in front of God and everybody. There you go. That's how you do that. Right at your elbow. And then when you want it, it's there. It's available. You don't have to remember where you stuffed it. It doesn't look pretty, but it's very functional. Not pencils and jars. No, I made my, didn't I make this utensil box on stream, you guys? Seems to me like I did. If I didn't and you want me to make one, I will, because they are awesome. They are awesomely cool. All right, now we're going to work on the inside. Do the inside exactly pretty much like you did the outside, only on the inside, when I get to this hinge, I will be pushing this stuff in. And there's enough give on the material on the outside that it's not going to rip or anything. And it's nice that the matte medium is kind of plastic, so there's enough give on it. Yeah, it'll be cool. And as of yet, there's no front or back. You know, when I'm all done, I can decide, oh, I like this, or I could flip it over and say, oh, I like this. So we'll wait and see when we're done which we like best for front and back. Psychedelic camouflager. It is, right, Ian? When I go to the rave tonight, nobody will know. All right, I'm going to rip some more paper, and I'm going to try and remember to keep it. I know which side I sprayed, so I'll try and remember to keep it all parts up. I don't like that piece at all, and that's too brown. You know what? That one all has too much purple. Maybe I'll start tearing into this one. And this one's actually more wrinkly. Now, another thing I could do, maybe I'll do, because I don't really care on the inside, I think I'm going to do it all as one piece. We'll see how that looks. If we don't like it, we'll put stuff on top of it, right? It's our book. We can do any dang thing we want. Yeah, I think I'm just going to glue that down just like that, and that'll be the inside of the book. And then I don't have to tear it and rip it or nothing. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. It's going down all as one piece. I'm going to start at the hinge and work out. And again, I won't care if there's air bubbles or wrinkles or anything like that. I just won't care. Oh, but before I do that, okay, I am going to fold over the, oops, don't want that. I am going to fold over the paper that I let hang over from the front side. and I'll show you. I'll cut the corners so I don't end up with a big old wad at the corners. See, and by doing this, now I've covered the edges too, so I don't have to worry about having raw edges showing. Because I'm really brilliant that way. Be sure and push it down into that hinge there. I should have left a couple of places. I should have left a little bit more paper, but it'll stick okay. There we go. Just like that. See, if I hadn't flipped this over, I would have had those raw edges at some point to have to contend with. This way you don't have to. It's going to be under the inside sheet, so that's good. I'm glad I remembered to do that. Do it all the way around. If I didn't have enough matte medium on my hands before, I sure do now. Not reading chat, sorry. Give me just a minute. I got to cut myself some relief here. If you've never done this before, cut the corners at a diagonal so you don't end up with a wad of stuff to deal with. That's pretty right there. I wish I had done nothing but blues and greens because it's so pretty. It's surprising that this tissue paper is substantial enough that it's, even when it's wet, it's not wanting to rip. So that's kind of nice, because that's also one consideration. All right, got the edges done now. Now, if this was anything other than a book where I had collaged all the pieces together and nothing has to be precise, if this had pattern paper or something that I wanted to end at a particular point or something like that, I would measure from here to here, here to here, and cut the paper. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and just lay it down and then trim it at the end and matte medium it back on itself or whatever. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll cut it when it's done, I think. I think it'll just be easier. Yep, here we go. I'm going to put matte medium down on the whole thing. And hopefully this isn't a mistake. Matte medium edge to edge. And you don't have a huge amount of time to play here. Matte medium does dry relatively quickly, so you want it down pronto. Ready, set, smush it down. If there's wrinkles, I don't care. The only thing I'm going to worry about initially is the hinges. Get the paper down in the hinges really good so you keep that relief and not tear stuff. And then after that, go to town, do what you want, wrinkle it up, doesn't matter. That was a lot faster, wasn't it? You know what I could do, and I might do it, to make the edges, make sure that they're all covered and nice. I might just go ahead and trim around it and then fold them back on the other side. Since the other side's all collaged, you'll never even see it. Right now, all I'm doing is pushing out air bubbles and making sure it's stuck. But it looks awesomely cool. Can you see where that relief is? That's what you want. Looks like it's all down. I like the little bit of wrinklage that it has. It is fun. Use the inside as the outside. I guess I could. I'm not sure that what would prevent me from doing that. Let me see how it bends, Eileen. She's saying use the outside as the inside. She doesn't like this, I guess. Yeah, the relief is going to work either way. So I could do that, actually. I could do it. She likes this better. I guess I've got a big old flipping air bubble right there that I got to get out. Usually the air bubbles aren't hard to get out. Just smush them. Oh, that's not an air bubble. That's a bubble of matte medium. So I'll just leave it because it'll dry and harden. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut around it and decide if I'm going to fold it over or cut it off inside the book. Got to decide. Just cutting off excess right now. Make it easier. Tore off part of the, that is definitely getting folded over because I got some of my paper stuck on there. All right, need new cleanup papers. The collage is a headache look. See, I think it looks cool. Plus, I was thinking I was going to add something to it. I was going to draw something and collage something I drew on the outside of it. That would become more like a background than the actual cover. Because at this point now I can decide to do whatever I want. I can write on it. I could do whatever, right? I don't think it looks like a headache though. But I do know somebody who gives me a headache. Just saying. Let's collage them and see what it looks like. Let me blow this real quick. I mean, he said it. Allie likes both sides. A drawing will get lost. Depends on how I do it, Eileen. Black silhouette would be great, yeah. Oh, Mark's here. Oh my gosh, Mark, I didn't see you come in. Eileen Jr. reporting for duty. I'm here and ready to be bossy if needed. Hi, Mark. She's being pretty bossy already. But it's okay if we have a snack down too. Yeah, see, I think I like the outside better. But at this point, if I wanted, I could do stencils on it. I might do that. You wanted this paper as a shirt. Julie, it would be so easy to make. Decide whether you want the texture. Do you want the inside smooth? Yeah, see, it doesn't matter, Kathy, because I think there's going to be so much give in the book that it's not going to matter, really. Hi, by the way. Smoot. Smoot is worse than smut. There's a lot of matte medium under there, but that's okay, it'll dry. Yeah, that's hot enough, or dry enough, it won't be sticking. But see, now that both sides are done, like, I don't know if you noticed how the book kind of had a curve to it when only one side was done. But now that both sides are done and the moisture content is about the same, it's going ahead and leveling out and laying flat again. I'm like Dee Dee. I only like golden matte medium. I've used Liquitex in the past. There's just something about golden. It just goes on smooth. And I think that's probably what it is. If you're going to use it for something like this, like, it just flows nice and it lays down flat. You don't get a lot of texture with it. This side shows the wrinkles better. Well, see, not in person necessarily, or this side, because this side doesn't have many wrinkles. I mean, it's got a few, but this is definitely wrinkly. And see, if I go over it with black ink or white ink or something, this would show the wrinkles a lot more. Does it dry clear? Yes, it does. And it's a matte finish, so you don't, I mean, if I wanted this glossy, I could put glossy on it, but Liquitex, oh, I don't even know how to describe it really. This is just almost like there's nothing there. Like, you don't see the brush strokes. With Liquitex, you would see the brush strokes. That side, the wrinkles in the originally cut, a good thing. Yeah, that's what I think too, CB. Because I don't know how I'm going to emphasize them. Like on this one I did with the brown. If I want, I can emphasize that wrinkleage either with black, maybe black. But yeah, Golden's is just so nice because it lays down flat. You don't see the brush marks. It's just smoother and finer. Eileen's saying the same thing. Golden's is so much better. And there's not a huge difference in price, you guys. Like some of the Golden products, I'd say use the Liquitex. There's not that big a difference. But when it comes to the matte medium, I would say spend the extra and get the Golden. If you can afford it, you won't be sorry. You won't be sorry at all. All right, now I'm questioning whether or not I want to fold that over. I don't think I do, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it off with an X-Acto and just get it really close as I can, and then I'll run over it with some matte medium. I'm so glad I changed my X-Acto blade today. See, you can trim it so close and nice. Now I will go over that with a little bit of matte medium. So it won't have a tendency to want to roll up like I could get it to do right there. So yeah. Matte medium is kind of like magic material, I think. Oops. You know, it's a wonder I don't spill coffee. I'm going to have to turn on the light so I can see the edge over here for just a minute. It's coming out so nice. I like it. Now I'm going to watercolor in it all the time. I did do some watercolors this weekend too. I should have showed you guys. Well, I did that one flower, but that was just like a quick one. Okay. Look at, there's watercolors there that are still moist. What the heck did I do? How did I do that? How did I get that on there? Jeez. There's certain watercolors, boy, they're like printer's ink. If you get it on anything, it ends up on everything you own, including underwear that you're not even wearing. Hi, Tambit. Thank you. I actually love the MP paper matte. It doesn't dry sticky and works perfect. MP. What's MP, Mark? MP. I can only speak for Liquitex and Golden. Those are the only ones I've ever tried. And after I tried the Golden, I was done. That was it. I was not going back. Now, for something like gesso or something, I could care less because I don't use it that often. I would never have believed you liking watercolors. I know. Mod Podge. Okay. Crap Podge. Okay. Yeah, I'm having fun with them. I really am. I'm having fun with the watercolors. I have to say, though, of all the things I've ever tried or done, I probably have had more frustration with watercolor than anything else that I've tried or done. All right, now see how I got this paper down here? I need to get that off. Let me see if I add a little bit of water. Can I get that off? Because I don't like that on there. That was my cleanup paper that stuck. So I want it off. I don't like it there. All right, it's coming off good because it stuck to the matte medium, so that's good. Sweet. Okay. All right. Looks good to me. I'll go over the, well, if I'm going to sew it, all right, time to make a decision right now. Would you guys rather see this put together with elastic bindings, more like a traveler's notebook, or sewn signatures? It doesn't matter to me. I kind of agree with CB that I like a traveler's notebook kind of binding. And for those of you who may not be familiar, I'll go ahead and pull it out and show you. I think most of you have got to know about traveler's notebook binding. But it's an elastic system where you put in a piece of elastic like this, and you just slide the books in. The advantage to this is you can keep using this cover, this leather cover, forever and ever and ever, right? Because you can just take the inserts out and store them separately. Was I using that, or did I have another one? I had another one. I was going to say, now how the heck did I do that? So you use the elastic as the binding, and it's like a temporary. Okay, now, and if I want to add more, all I have to do is put another piece of elastic in like that, and I can, hang on, I can add more and more and more books just by piggybacking them on to the books that are already in there, right? So I could have, you know, tons more inserts in here if I wanted. And then it stays closed. This is like a bookmark, but I've lost the little charm that was on it. This one has because this is the Midori brand, they put their elastic right in the center of the back cover. I don't like that. I would put it in the center of the middle. And then hold it closed like that. There's a lot of advantages to the Traveler's Notebook kind of binding. Because when I want to work in this watercolor journal in here that I've already started, I can just take that page out. Now, let me show you the disadvantages. A lot of times, and this is my own bad, you guys can chew me out later if you want, I don't care. My workspace underneath isn't pristine and clean. And so like the other night when I painted this, look at how dirty my hibiscus page got. Maybe you guys can't see it, but it's got little things on it. It might come off with an eraser. I don't know. But yeah, I need to be mindful to clean my workspace really good if I'm going to use the back of the sheet of paper, right? Duh. Let me see if it's going to come off. Oh yeah, I probably can erase this. So, all right, never mind. So which ones would you guys rather see? Oh, Jersey hasn't seen. This is just I'm a beginner colorist, Jersey. I have not been watercoloring that long. Traveler's Notebook, Traveler's Notebook, Traveler's Notebook. Okay. Oh, Jersey wants to see it all. Hi, Kia. You just got back from your doctor's appointment. I hope everything went really, really well. Mod Podge rules. T-shirts are for sale after this episode. I hope everything was just super great news, Kia. This is not beginner. Are you serious? No, this is beginner. It really is. But I do, one thing I have noticed about myself, I do like watercolor that, and then draw around the edges with the black line. I definitely, oh, great, Kia. I definitely am deciding that I really like that style. And all of these flowers in here, a few months ago, all of us went out and bought, because if one of us have it, we all have to have it, this 10-step drawing flower book. And so I've been working out of this. It's really a good book. It shows you step by step how to do the drawings. So I can draw much better than I can paint. I promise you that. But I'm learning, so I'm pretty patient with my bad self. I know, Xandra. I was just thinking that this morning. Hi. I hope you're doing good too. Yep, I told Heather at Dee Dee's this morning, a year ago today, I was in Oz. It's our 1-year anniversary. So happy 1-year anniversary to you, Xandra. And you still are the most inspirational, amazing person I know. They look like the book that I purchased. Well, thank you. See, this started out, I started doing this December 10th. And then, of course, Christmas came, so a lot of things didn't get done. And then I finally started writing down which watercolors I was using, so I could, at the end of the day, I could decide that these work better than this. These, I don't remember what I used. Probably Mission Gold, because since Scooby sent those have been my absolute favorite. Hi, Jan. Everybody's saying hi, Z. I hope everything's going good, Z. Okay, so yeah. And this one I just did the other day. And it looks really bland on the camera, but it's got lots more colors in it. You can see the shadows much better in real person. So, all right. She's saying she wants a traveler's notebook kind of system. That's going to change my measurements then, Eileen. Which is fine. That's fine. That's fine. We can do it. I was going to do a sewn signature, but I kind of am glad she's saying use a traveler's notebook one, because to me it's more useful. Then I can just keep using this cover forever and ever if I want to. I'm going to let this dry. Oh, I need to do the edges. All right. While you guys chat with Xandra and see how she's doing, I'm going to go around the edges real quick with some matte medium, and then I'll have to dry it, but I won't use a lot. I just want to make sure that those edges don't come peeling up, right? I know, a year ago today, on our way to Oz, I met Z in Los Angeles, wasn't it? No, San Francisco. And I met CB in Dallas. And Karen Moore came to the airport and met us. And Z and I went and got something to eat. I was on my way to go get something to eat at the airport. And here I see Z walking down the terminal, and I knew immediately it was Z. That was a happy, happy day in America. It really was. The whole thing was so fun. Can't believe it's been a year. Can you believe it's been a year? I can't believe it's been a year. I would do it again, like without even a moment's hesitation. Yeah, we met her in San Francisco. Yeah. Or did we? Hell, we're getting old. Yeah, no, it was San Francisco. It was. I'm pretty familiar with the LA airport. It was San Fran. So I went and got that expensive airport food. Ugh. And then remember, yeah, when we were walking back down, they were telling us, get on the plane. And we still had like 45 minutes. Or we thought we did, but apparently we didn't. Yeah, they were like, get on the plane now. I think CB had already gotten on the plane. She was going to go without us. making sure these edges are nice. Of course, even if I had a problem later, if I'm going to do it traveler's notebook style, I'd still have an opportunity to fix it and change it later, because I would be able to remove all the signatures inside. But we're going to do traveler's notebook, and I'll show you how to do the other as well. At this point, there's not much difference. You did wait for us? I wouldn't have waited for you. What did the doctor say? I missed it. Oh, no. Doctor forced it? I don't want to hear that. All right, I'm going to dry this real quick, and then we're going to go on to the binding. I'm going to have to get out the elastic because I got out the wrong kind of binding material, but that's no big deal. Coffee. All right, I'm just sitting here thinking. Typically, when you do a Midori style notebook, you only have one binder in the middle. But I'm thinking on this one, I was going to put 3 signatures in this book. I'm still thinking I'm going to put 3 elastics in this book. Let me go get the elastic while that keeps drying. 29 staples come out tomorrow. You're going to the surgeon tomorrow. Okay, good. I think you're doing good, Z. I mean, you've been through so much, and it's not going to happen overnight. I guess it's time for me to order some new elastics too. I know in Canada and Europe you call elastics rubber band, but we call this elastic. So I have some, it's lightweight. I got it at, looks like Hobby Lobby, $3.99, and you get all these colors. This might be strong enough, but then I ordered this from Amazon, and I don't know what the millimeter is, but it's really, really nice. The stuff that they sell in the jewelry department at craft stores it's just not that great, if I'm being honest. But it only has to hold, well, but it's holding watercolor paper. I think I'm going to go with the black. Sometimes surgeons get a little God complex and need reminding of the humanity needed. You call them elastics and you're in Canada. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know that he's got a certain standard and he wants you to perform to that level. And honestly, that's a good goal, but maybe you just can't, you know? So I'm thinking I might want to do the black. Of course I would, because yeah, but that green would sure look pretty with this cover. Or the blue would look good too. But I just don't think it's strong enough. All right, the book's getting where it's not wanting to close. Like Z's knee, we got to force it a little bit. All right. But when I get signatures and stuff in there, it won't be like that. Okay. All right. It's still a little damp, but I'm going to go ahead. I have to decide right now. Do I want colorful elastic? Oh, hi, Kenny. No, a lot of surgeons don't have good bedside manner. Yeah. They're all about what they're doing, you know. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I've dealt with a lot of them. Good girl, Carol Reed. You go, girl. All right. Get my book out. I think I'm going to do the black just because it's sturdier. And I know if I use this, probably in just a very few months, I would get frustrated and end up changing it out. So if you use this, I would not put it in a book that's going to get a lot of wear and tear. I'm going to use the black because I'm going to ink the edges black and probably emphasize the wrinkles with black. So I think I'm going to go with the black. I'll just use my accent color as black. Okay. So if you look at like a Midori cover, they've come down. Well, this one has, because it's leather, they've cut all the way down and they've come in about 1/4 of an inch. So I'll go ahead and do that on mine as well. I'll probably do about 1/4 of an inch, but it's going to determine how big the insides of your inserts can be too. So, because this is pretty substantial, I don't have to worry about it giving or anything. I think 1/4 inch is probably a good measurement, but just use your head. Think about how you're going to use whatever it is you're making, and build it accordingly, you know? Yeah, and watercolor paper is thicker too. That's what I think too, Eileen. Elaine, it's going to get more wear and tear. All right, so what I say, this is 2 inches across my binding. So I'm going to put one in the middle. Well, maybe I should better use pencil to start with and see if it'll work. I don't have enough room here. So I'm going to put one in the center. And then I guess if I go out 1/2 inch on either side, then it's perfectly centered. Same amount of space on each side for everything. So I'll do the same thing at the bottom, one at 1 inch and 1/2 inch either side of center. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do the center of the spine this way as well. Give myself the center horizontally and then give myself the center vertically. So at 3 1/4. Okay. That's where my hole for the closing elastic will go. And otherwise, we will punch holes at 1/4 inch down, top and bottom. Eileen's crapping right now because she's just going, oh my God, can't you do anything without a flipping ruler? Like, no, I cannot. Okay. So I can see my 1/4 inch marks or my 1/2 inch marks. I'm going to put a dot every place that I want a hole. So I'm going to have 3 elastics on the inside. And they're all going to be straight because I use this handy dandy tool called a ruler. Eileen needs to get herself one. They're fabulous. They make stuff that could look like crap look really good because it's all evenly spaced. All right, so I have 6 holes that I need to punch here. Now, I was going to just use a pokey tool to poke through because I was going to use thin binding. But now, since I'm going to use the elastic, I'm going to need some pretty good size holes. But because I'm amazing, I don't think, well, I guess I could try the screw punch. I'm not sure a screw punch would work. What do you think, Eileen? Has anyone ever done saltwater etching on copper? Hi, Lucy. No, but that sounds amazing. I'm going to do watercolor in it, Zandra. So I'm going to fill my inserts with watercolor paper. I'm going to use the B 6 by 9 inch paper. Yeah, and it's going to, the size is going to be perfect because I made the binder a 1/4 inch bigger top and bottom. So my inserts are going to work perfect. All I have to do is fold the paper in half. And this should be 6 by 9 is the half of a size watercolor sheet anyway. So no wastage, man. You love your screw punch. Yeah, see, I'm not sure if the screw punch will go through because it's fairly thick. And I have some punch tools. I'm just going to use them. You guys wouldn't have them though. All right, I'm going to try a screw punch. All right, I'll try the screw punch, but if it doesn't work, I'll use my just my regular punches. Oops. And I made this, Xander, I started from scratch with just the chipboard being gessoed and then added all the watercolor paper. All right, we're going to try a screw punch because y'all probably would have one of these. I'm trying to decide what size I want now. I'll use the medium size. We'll see if it'll work. Would a crocodile work on chipboard? It might, Kathy. I don't have a crocodile, but I do have a screw punch. I'm pretty sure a regular hole punch would not work, but I also have just a regular punch set, which I've used a gazillion times, where you just have the punches. You can buy them at a hardware store. These are really easy because you just set them down and then beat the hell out of them with a rubber hammer. So I'll leave that out just in case the screw punch doesn't work that great. And because this isn't completely dry, I'm a little hesitant, but the hole's going to be bigger. All right, we're just going to do it. If I don't like it, I'm going to blame Eileen. Right? It's kind of working. That's a big hole, though. Damn, Sam. Yeah, that's not wanting to punch through. Need my pokey tool. Yep. I'm almost through, though. Yeah, I'm using the punch, man. It's a lot easier. Take this little bad boy. Get your rubber mallet. Sorry. That was probably right in your ear. Yeah, this is going to be a whole lot easier. I don't know how to mute the audio. I'm going to say I'll mute it so I'm not beating in you guys' ear. Here, I think I just found how to mute it. The other ones are crappy. The punch and the mallet is a lot easier. Tell me that. Hi, Jack. I think that I just punch the microphone down here. So let me see. All right, I'm trying to clean this crazy thing out. There we go. Got to remember. Oh, there we go. That's why. Look at how much junk it had all piled up in it. I got to remember to clean it because it's got matte medium. So I'm going to mute you again real quick. All right. You guys should be so glad that I muted you, because otherwise your ears would be ringing the rest of the day. Let me get that out of there, because with matte medium in there, it'll stick and I'll never get it out. There we go. You have to clean out its little nose a little bit. Okay. So, you know, you probably could just use your a pokey tool or something to poke holes in it too. But yeah. Or try your screw punch, or get your husband to get his drill out and drill it. Okay. Yeah, those are pretty holes, but that's okay. All right, so then you take your elastic. Too much tools around here. And I generally measure about 2.5 times the amount that I think I'm going to need. So these are the elastics for the inside. And they're simple. All you got to do is thread them through. and then tie a knot. And you want them kind of tight so that, you know, you have to like stretch them a little bit because you want them to hold your insert in pretty good. I'll trim those later if I decide that that's tight enough. I've made hundreds of these. I love traveler's notebooks. Now, the thing is, your elastic is going to show on your binding. So if you wanted to right now put beads or something on there, do it now. You would do it while it was there, but you could put beads on it. You could do whatever. I'm not going to put anything on it because I want my book to lay as flat as possible, right? Because I'm doing watercolor in it. But I'll probably take the paper out and work on it. And Kathy had bound hers a little bit different. She did hers with signatures, sewn signatures. And that was my intent going in. But this is a good idea too. So I could have 3 different inserts for 3 different purposes in here now. Get the ruler out to make sure each is the same length. Shut up, Eileen. If you got eyelids and a crocodile, you could embellish that now. If you got eyelids and a crocodile, you could embellish with that now. I'm so not following, Lena. Sorry. Yeah, a crocodile is just a really heavy duty. We are memory keepers. Could kill me for that spelling. Punches 2 sizes of holes, but can stretch quite a long distance. Yeah, I mean, crocodiles have eyelets. Oh, yeah, I could put eyelets in there right now if I wanted. Yeah, absolutely. The chipboard I used is pretty substantial, so I don't have to worry, I don't think, about it giving. But yeah, you could go ahead and do eyelids. Lena, I love you so much. Yeah, I could put eyelets in there to make it look more finished. Absolutely. Never mind. It was if you wish to cling eyelids to the punch holes. Yeah, I was just not thinking right. But yeah, eyelets would definitely work. So now for the closure, and this book probably don't need one. I'm going to go ahead and do it just because I'll hang a charm or something off it. But yeah, so now to get the measurement for this, really, this is how I usually do it. I usually just wrap it around, put about that much more for excess, cut it, and that's how I decide that. It's not that big a deal. And then thread it through, put 2 pieces together, thread it through the hole in the spine. And this hole is big enough. Sometimes that's kind of hard to do. And don't tie a knot around your other elastics. And hopefully it will be thick enough that it won't pull through the hole. Okay. This I can already tell is going to be too loose. So you want it kind of, oh, I'll do that right now. Let me go get a charm. Let me pull it out. I'll go get a charm and we'll add the charm right now too. I'll see if I have one that is paintbrush related. I don't know if I do. Okay, here's my little box of charms. I think I want these because they're rulers. I think I sent one of these to you, Eileen, didn't I? The little baby ruler charm. I like them a lot. Look at tiny baby rulers. Ah, how cute is that? All right, here we got a butterfly. We've got an M for Merle, which is my name in real life. Oh, look at what all I've got. I forget I've got all this cool stuff. I've got a koala bear. I've got feet in the sand. I've got a fish carcass that says tuna breath, which I think everybody should have a fish carcass that says tuna breath. Are your knots on the outside or inside of your book? They're on the inside, Lucy. There's a flower pot. There's a Not My Circus, Not My Monkey, and the circus tent that goes with it. There's a little monkey charm. I can't remember. I think Z or Norma sent that, I'm pretty sure. Here's one that's the earth. There's a shiny monkey one. And then a cup of coffee. And then I Heart Padre Island. So which one? Charms are just special, or there's never enough of them. I know, Vaughn, isn't that true? I thought I sent you a ruler charm, Eileen, because your ruler challenged. All right, did I put that together wrong? I did. Oh, well, Eileen got her way, but I could change it right now. We're changing it right now. I do want this the outside. You're right. You guys are so smart. It would have taken me days to figure that out. And I've got my medium on my thumb, so I can't untie. You're right. I did want that. You know what? I think I have enough elastic. Do I have enough? Oh, I'll use the pokey tool. I'm going to say I'll just cut it. I don't want to waste it because I don't have a huge amount left. Why did you let me do that, Eileen? We're fixing it right now. And when there's a little bit of pressure on the elastic, it makes it a little hard to untie. CB, did you want this to be the inside too? See, I like this for the outside. Okay, that one was easy. Whew. Sorry, I have to redo this. I goofed up. My bad. My bad. What are you guys getting on Xander for? Because she pointed out my own error? CB and I were happy, and now Xander ruined it. Thank you, Xandra. I owe you, man. It looked great. And now it's going to look greater. Yeah, so don't be like me. Pay attention and don't do what Eileen wants. And then tell me what charm I should use. I kind of like the butterfly. And this is way more elastic than you need. But I'd rather have too much than not enough because I've learned the hard way. And you know what? If I was a real American, I wouldn't be streaming right now. I'd be at Walmart getting all the discount candy from Easter. Right? I should have told Robert to look when he went into Walmart to see if they had discount gummy bears. Do you have a crown charm? I don't, Kathy. Oh my God, I need one. Okay, that's better. And the inside looks a mess, but it won't look like that forever. Look at, that's so nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. When you consider really everything that I've used on this is stuff that really could have gone in the trash. It's chipboard, it's tissue paper that had already been used, watercolors that you can buy at Walmart for like zero money. You don't have to have expensive watercolors. Maybe I'll use the M. I like the M. I think I'm going to use the M. Yep, I think I'm using the M. And you all know me as Janet, but in real life, I go by Merle. Half the people I know call me Janet, and half the people I know call me Merle. So I don't have a preference. I don't care. Don't care at all. But if I just met you today, if we met on the street and I introduced myself, I would introduce myself as Merle Young. I know that sounds really odd, but I would. All right, using the M. Well, if you're using the wrong side, then add a poop charm. Fish. Joycey's saying, use the fish. The one that says tuna breath? Isn't that what it said? Tuna breath? I have a cat bowl that says that too. One says cat from hell, and the other one says tuna breath. The cat from hell? Really? Yeah, tuna breath. Now, why would I have that? Isn't that weird? And I probably have more somewhere else. Those are just the ones I could find right now. All right, now where's the other piece of elastic that I already cut? You guys really got me screwed up there. Jeez. You like the cat tuna breath charm? Oh, I'd love to go to Disney World again. I went when Epcot was new. I loved Disney World. All right, I know I cut a piece of elastic. What the heck did I do with it? Is it on the floor? Did y'all see what I did with it? I'm losing my mind. Did I take it in the other room with me? I bet I did. Let me go look real quick. If not, I'll just cut another one. What a dope. Guess not. Oh, well, I'll just cut another one. It'll turn up at some point. Where would it go? That's crazy. Crazy. All right. Throw that out of the way. Okay, so if you're going to put a charm on, put it on before you thread your elastic through the hole. Thread it through the hole and drop the book so it falls out. That's the way you do that. This matte medium on my hands is about ready to drive me crazy. Hi, Teresa. Just checking chat real quick. All right. And I may have to adjust this. Let's see. That looks about right. Let's see. Perfect. You want it a little bit tight. That might be a little bit tight, but I can unloosen it for when I start putting the inserts in. But you want it kind of tight so that it holds it shut real good, right? Now, we've got time. You want me to make an insert, a couple of inserts for it or something? The inserts are going to be easy. You like it, Vaughn? It's a fun little book, right? Put the little charm on the front. And I have used those Tim Holtz charms, you know, that have positive sayings and stuff on it. All right, let me get out some bee paper real quick. And I think I'll go get, let me go grab a couple of pieces of cardstock. And you guys, I have hummingbirds everywhere. I noticed, I think it was Friday, that I had a hummingbird out there. So I went and fed them real quick, and they're just swarming. There are just hundreds of them around. I'm so happy. All right, I found the perfect, well, I knew I already had it, paper for the covers for the inserts. So because watercolor paper is kind of thick, this is the bee paper, watercolor paper, 6x9 inch, 140 pounds. So yeah, it's kind of thick. So I don't know how many sheets are reasonably going to fit in one signature or one insert. And in this case, an insert or a signature could be used interchangeably. Thank you, Kenny. You maybe get 3. Oh no, I mean, the hummingbirds out my window will literally be fighting. I'm going to go into town probably tomorrow, Wednesday, and get another feeder. I don't know what happened to my other one. Robert said he cleaned it and put it away, but it wasn't there. 4 at the very most. See, that's what I'm thinking too, is that you're just not going to get that many sheets into a signature, because I'll show you what happens. And most of you who have been around a while are going to know this. When you start stacking them inside each other, each sheet moves out the thickness of the paper. And because watercolor paper is so thick, see, I'm losing about 1/16 of an inch for every additional sheet that I put in the signature, right? So that's kind of a pain. And I should have clean hands working with this paper. But let me show you when I put 4 sheets in what it looks like. Crowns and fibers going out on Wednesday. Somebody send me a crown. I need a crown. Kathy, you're so sweet. You're the one who made me decide to do this book. Mine's different than yours, but when I saw your little, oh, I got to show you too. Look I already got a mark on that paper. That's not good. Not good at all. All right, there's 4 signatures. So you can see, can you guys see that? Come on, focus, you freak. Where's my focus, you freak? Probably fell down. Anyway, this will really bug Eileen, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to end up cutting 3/16 off that center sheet. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off so you can see. And this is how I cut it off. You do it your own way. This just works for me. And I use the ruler as a guide so I don't cut into the paper wrong. And have a sharp blade when you're doing this. But I like my inserts all flush on the right side, so I go to the trouble to cut them like this, right? Right. So see, I'm losing all that, but my insert is nice and flush. So you end up with a 4-page insert, but actually it gives you 16 sheets to draw on. Rip the edges of the papers and it will look cool. You know what? Eileen, all right, I'll try tearing a sheet, but I don't think you're going to get a nice deckled edge with this paper, Eileen. If it was any other paper, I'd say you might. But, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm driving her crazy. Can you see? Can you watch the craziness happening right before your eyes in chat? Like I just pushed her over the edge with that last ruler. I knew I was going to do it. But I have now pushed her over the edge. I love a deckled edge too. I do, if it comes out good. You want me to wet it first and then try and tear it? All right, we'll do it your way. But I want to keep as much real estate as I can, you know, because the pages aren't that big to begin with. And then what side? Should I make this another flower journal? I love painting flowers. Oh, and I'll show you some, just some practice flowers that I was doing. Just, Eileen, you know how you were having me do the blobs? Where did it go? I lost it too. Man, I'm losing everything. I'm losing my stuff and Eileen's losing her mind. I think that's a fair trade. Where'd it go? Jeez. I think I need to drink coffee and mellow out because I'm losing everything. I know it was just here a minute ago. It had my measurements on it. What the hell? All right, so I've got 3, 4. Thinking. What could I have done with it? It's wherever the elastic is. Look at how nasty my hands are. Ugh. And I'm going to put all the same type of watercolor paper in here because I don't have a good memory. Do abstracts. Well, time to move on to landscapes and ocean scenes. I'm not, see, Eileen, that's why I thought I would never do landscapes. Is I'm not a huge landscape fan. All right, I'm going to move this out of the way. Ocean would be fine, but trees and mountains, I've done a couple of those. I cannot believe that I've lost that. All right, well, you're not going to see it today, I guess. All right, I got 2 of them done. Eileen wants me to decal the edge of one of them. So this one I cut, and it's beautiful. Look at it. It's so beautiful. All right, this one, I'll go ahead and draw about how much I want to rip off. That's just nothing, Eileen. How am I going to rip off a 1/16 of an inch? That's just stupid. All right, tell me what to do. She said wet it first. I like abstracts. I love abstracts. Do one at a time, my goodness. Well, yeah, I'm going to do it one at a time, your goodness. I get more trolls than anybody. Too little to decal. That's what I think too. All right, let's just use a piece. We'll just waste a piece and see what we can expect and which way I need to tear it, toward me or away from me. And I'll get it wet first. She said get it wet first, so, and my hands are so clean. All right, I'm going to take, oops. I'm going to try and tear a little bit off the edge because that's about how much I've got to. That's not going to tear worth a darn. That's stupid. All right, that was tearing toward me. I'm going to tear away from me now. Tearing away from me is a little bit better. And I can get 1/8 of an inch, or no, that's more than 1/8. Holy crap, an X-Acto knife is a whole lot easier. I do like the deckled edge though. I have to say, I do like that. There. Do I have deckle scissors? I do have deckle scissors. Use your boner. Don't soak it. Oh my God. Who cares if the edges aren't even? Well, I'm beginning to feel like that too, Eileen. All right, so you're saying I do have deckle scissors. All right, here. So and this is what Elaine was saying, is to use your bone folder, I guess, and make a mark where you want your tear to go. I'm not soaking it, just getting it a little bit wet there. I'll let that soak in. If craziness makes you nervous, you might want to go to the next stream. There's APG Jamie. Mwah, 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 Jimmy. Just use the knife. Let the straight edge drive everyone nuts. Really. All right, so I decided that tearing away from me was the way to go. All right, so if you want deckled edges, here you go. I think you have to deckle them before you fold, and this is a pain in the ass. I'm just telling you. I don't care if my edges are, in fact, I'm a straight edge kind of girl. Have you never noticed that? This is a pain in the ass. Or I'll do it like CB talked about, like get the deckled edge scissors out and have a go at that. All right, so I've got one deckled edge sheet. There you go. That's my deckled edge sheet. Now I'm going to fold it in half. This is the back, and it's already dirty. All right, there. In honor of Eileen. I do kind of like that, though. There. I'm not going to put it in this book. I'm going to do what Jamie said. That looks so much better. You didn't see the... All right, so this was the inside. Let's see, the next page. Next page. All right, if I'm going to do that, I'll use the deckle edge. In the meantime, for expediency, because we've only got 30 minutes left in this stream, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Expediency, man, expediency. But the deckled edge is kind of cool. And if I was going to make this into a card or something, I think that would be a really nice touch. So I can't completely discount Eileen's suggestion. She's always got a good way of doing things. And she probably would hire somebody to deckle her edges for her. Truth. So my deckle guys come in today to deckle the edges of my paper. I'm lucky if I can get the rat to mow the grass. They also have deckle rulers. Oh. Gina's not streaming, so I have all day. Yeah, but I'm going to get some dinner made around here. All right, so I've got 2 inserts, and just to make it quick, if I end up having time, this is what I was going to use for the cover of my inserts. I'll pull one out that's kind of pretty. I don't like that. Okay, I'll pull out one that will make Eileen happy. Because so far today, I haven't done anything that she's happy about. Oh, all right. There's the cover of the insert. Tell him it's the paper grain. I hear you, man. All right, I got to cut that off. This isn't really heavy cardstock, but it's heavier than regular text weight paper. So it'll be fine for the cover. I'm going to cut off this part. It should be perforated. Cheapskates couldn't perforate that for me. I knew you'd like that, Eileen. All right, so this was 6 by 9 inch paper folded in half, so it's 4.5 inch this way. I'm going to cut my cover for the insert just slightly larger than that. So this is right at 4.5. I'm going to go out to 4 5/8 by 6 1/8. So I'm going to add an 1/8 on. And then when I fold it, it'll actually only be an 1/8. So, which the paper is 12 by 12, so I'm going to end up with a really odd size paper left. But that's okay, because I'm going to go 6 1/8. I know, and she's saying, get out the damn paper cutter. By the time I get it out and screw around with it, I can have it cut, and I know it's straight. So there you go. How you like that? And 4 1/8 times 2 is 8 1/4. So I'll do it 8 1/4 with a fold. I know that's really hard math. Oh my God, a ruler to cut that off. Yes, a ruler. All right, I said 4 1/8, so I need 8 1/4. To me, it's just easier than getting out the damn paper cutter, because then I got to put it away later. This way, it's straight. It's perfect. Nobody has to have a problem with that. Right? Right. Okay. Now look, everything's already put away, Eileen. All right. Hopefully this will work out. What the hell? How did that happen? Could anything more possibly go wrong today? For Pete's sake? Ah! What did I do? Because I got the height right. Am I on drugs? Oh, no, it's 4 1/2. Oh, my gosh, it's 4 1/2. All right, get out another piece. Fix it. I was doing 4. Why didn't you stop me, Eileen? Jeez, that's why you're here. Okay, the next one's going to be, because I need 3 sheets of this paper. I'll go ahead and cut it all at once. All right, that's going to be 1. Ooh, I want 1 blue one. And do I want dark blue? Ooh, this one's pretty. We'll do turquoise, blue, and green. How about that? All right. Erase that last part. That was not a good demonstration. Eileen led me astray. I should never listen to her. I don't know why I listened to her. All right, I'm cutting off the perf part first, which I don't know why, because, well, because I'll put the remaining papers back in the paper pad. All right, don't let me make the same mistake twice. All right, top to bottom, I need 6 1/8 inch, because there's no fold this way, right? 6 1/8. top to bottom. Cutting all three at once this time. So if I screw it up, I got 3 bad ones. All right. All right, so flat, this is 9 inches. So I need 9 plus an 8 is 9 and an 8. And then when I fold it, and it has to wrap around the heavier weight watercolor paper, I'm going to go ahead and do it at least 9 1/4. Don't you know? And I'll probably cut just outside that, actually. All right, let's fold it and see if it doesn't fit this time. I'm done. I'm going out. I'm opening a beer, or I'm going to drink alcohol, or I'm going to do something if I goofed up this time. Just saying. Check it out. Perfect. And it does protect the inside pages by about a 1/16, so that's good. That's about what I wanted. All right. I didn't goof up the second time. Have we had a lot of trolls today? Word must have gotten out that I jack with trolls. I don't know. Okay, there's a light blue one, a green one, and okay, this is kind of the turquoisey one. Aren't these perfect for watercolor journals? So I have to cut more paper, but I will. But I just want to show this quickly. Okay, here's the one that has a deckled edge in here. I'm interested to see if I wanted to paint in the book, because this is what I was going to end up with if I had sewn the signatures in. See, I could take a lot more. This book could accommodate a whole lot more. Thanks, Beck. Hi, by the way. Thanks, Cheryl. Yeah, this could accommodate, this size book could accommodate a whole lot more. But I'm glad it's, if I'm going to watercolor in it, I'm glad it's designed where I can take the books out. Because really, when you're watercoloring, I like it flat. So I'm kind of glad we went ahead and did that. But you could just as easily have sewn them in. And the way you would sew it in is the same way I did this, only you would use something not elastic, right? Run another elastic in there. You think I need another one? Well, actually, Jamie, what I could do is if I had more books, I could actually just use the elastics that I already have. I could just piggyback on, like I've done these. Yeah, just piggyback one on to the next. Like if I wanted to add another book in here, say it was the same size, I could just glom onto here and add, as big as this cover is, I could probably, I'm not sure how many inserts I could put in there. I could put at least 3 more and maybe more. Add to it, put 3 signatures in each section. Yikes. Well, I could always do that in the future. I'm not sure I need to do it today. Do I? Where's my other piece of elastic? There we go. Yeah, because I can always add to it. There's plenty of room for growth, don't you know? And I made this insert for this one. That's a beast cover insert, and I use it over and over and over. I'll take these out, but I'll reuse this cover over and over and over. So you guys know how to do it now. Don't do what I did. Don't make the mistakes, because that's stupid. And then I'll show you. I was playing this weekend, and I want to find those little impromptu flowers I did. They were so much fun. But Kathy Berg and Colleen sent us these little binders. And so I had been just, because I'm scared to death to throw anything away because Eileen makes me hoard trash now. I had accumulated a bunch of just scraps. This is all leftovers. So we got these little tiny binders. And so I went ahead and embellished mine up and worked in it with just junk that was laying around. I was sick and tired of this stuff laying around. So these are pages Joyce gave me, and I'll bring the camera down because this is little stuff. So that's my Joycey page that she made me for my book, and I love it. And I added some stickers. That's for Eileen. Choose happy. So I got to work in my little book, and I love it. I love it. My impromptu flowers were like these. I just don't know what I've done with them. Enjoy life. Eat the cake. Let me turn this off. See if that comes out better, a little bit better. Yeah, I think so. And this, that paste, the Finnabar paste, and it makes the whole dang book smell so good. Staples carries the baby binders. I wondered if you use Craftex as the spring, would it fold instead of being a rigid spine? I'm afraid it would collapse with the weight, Eileen, with the tension on the elastic. I think it would collapse. You'd have to give it some sort of structure. But anyway, the green stuff is the Finnabar paste, and it's so good. I love this page. It's the little things in life. I like that. And that's more of the paste. It's so yummy. It smells so good. That's just leftovers. I haven't worked on this page or this page. I just glued the extras down. Do what you love what you do. It's fun just to play. So get out your little books and hoard your trash. This one I really love because I was doing it on Easter. Somebody loves you. And that's all. So I did work in my little tiny book. This is that same sort of tissue paper. I probably had some of it left over. Somebody loves you. So these little books are fun as all get out. I'm loving this mini book. And you could make this book that I just made. Sorry, if you're not dizzy now, you should be. But you could make this book is nothing other than this. See how this has the hinge? Just like this. You could turn this book into one this size. I promise you. And rather than having little binders, just use a binding system like this or sew it. I hoard trash and little books, big books, and I collect supplies from Clarence, my boyfriend. I hoard trash because I'm scared of Eileen. Yeah, little baby art journals, Joycey. Yeah, that's your bunny, Teresa. I love that little bunny. Somebody loves you. I love that bunny. He just looks like me. Little dopey. So you hoard paper scraps? Well, a book like this is a perfect way to use up your paper scraps because that back there, that background is nothing but paper scraps. Nothing but it. Well, all of it. Everything in this book is a scrap of paper that would have ended up in the trash. Everything. And then Teresa sent me that and the little butterfly, and then everything else is just stickers or my own lettering, but it's all basically trash. CB, I just hoard. I pretty much do too, CB. So, yeah, so that's my little book that's so much fun. And I'm really disappointed that I can't find my impromptu flowers. I'd show you this, but then it wouldn't be a surprise for the home that it's going to. I just can't believe, what did I do with that? Oh, well, I guess I'll find it. So I don't know, maybe by next Monday when I stream again, I will have made a tray, a bottom tray for my watercolor box because I really can't see myself keeping paintbrushes in there. Oh, that's my new brush paint I got to put in there. Yeah, so I'll have handles on that, and I think I'll have another mini tray that fits down here to put some of my Daniel Smith in. Hi, Dorothy. But I'm just so tickled with these porcelain dishes, how perfectly they fit in there. It's just so amazing. I know. Don't you just want to pet it, Lena? And I found another box that I want to alter now, too. Who are you asking if they're going to stream Thursday? Yeah, I'm getting ready to wrap it up here. We built a journal, a watercolor journal, with a little bit bigger paper than I had been using. I do like that deckled edge, Eileen. I hate to say that out loud where you can hear me. They are called Better Micro View Bind. There you go, Picola. Thank you so much. Are M-grams your favorite of all? As of right now, yes. I like Daniel Smith. They re-wet really nice. And if you look at the swatches, they're both on crap paper. Oh, there's my little baby flowers. It's stuck together because it had wet watercolor on it. These little blobs of paint turned into flowers. Those were fun. I like doing that. But when you look at the actual watercolors themselves, and I can't believe I don't want to have to redo that. Anyway, I just think the coverage, the ability to re-wet, everything, I think I'm really settling on the M-grams as my favorite. I just really am. Like, just look at the difference and this is the exact same paper, so everything should be the same. And it was the same way with that, the boxes that I did. Every time I just felt like the M-grams, they flowed better or something. I don't know. I don't have the experience, the knowledge, the words to describe what it is about the M-grams that I like better. But that's not saying that the Daniel Smith aren't nice. Like, I think these were I think I was playing with Daniel Smith when I did these. They're nice, but I just oh, I love the Mission. The Mission Gold. Yeah, I like those a lot too. If it hadn't been for the missions, I don't think I would have ever tried more watercolors. Because I was having fun just playing with the Primas and that little to-go set that I got. I was happy with that, just painting in the Beast. But then when I started using the nicer watercolors, it was like, oh, you are at a whole different ball game now. Like, this is Little League compared to pros. It's just different. So, yeah. The microbinders are $2.89 at Staples. Well, you guys make your own. I just showed you how to do it. You can do it for free. Free, I'm telling you. This costs nothing other than the paper in the inside, which I was going to paint on anyway, right? So make your own. You want some Mission? I like the Mission. Nothing beats golden fluid acrylics. I've never tried them, don't want them. Your Staples doesn't have them? Yeah, see, I don't, my closest Staples is probably 90 miles away. It's on the other side of Tulsa. Lena is on at 1 o'clock Eastern. Yeah, it's always at noon my time tomorrow. I love Tuesdays. Oh, okay. So you can get them online? Yeah, I would just make them. And Kathy Berg's saying they get them in stock when school supplies come. So watercolors are boring. You know, I never thought I would enjoy them, and that's why Elaine's freaking out, because I was just like, I'll never do that, because I always just drew. I like to draw and then play with some other stuff. But there's something addictive about these. The way they mix, I don't think there's any other product you can use that mixes like watercolor. But I don't know that anything that I've learned in art any place else, and I'm all self-taught, so, but anything else I've learned is transferable to watercolors. I mean, when you start with watercolors, you are starting from, I think, square one, other than maybe some color theory. But like acrylic paints aren't like watercolor. There's just, you have to start from scratch. They have drugs in them and get all the nuts to like and use them. Maybe that's it. I'm an addictive personality. Oh, Mommy Kate, I hate to say it. We're just ending. We're just sitting here chatting now. So, but yeah, that's one thing I would say about watercolor is I don't know. I don't have any skills that are transferable other than maybe a little bit of color theory, but even that isn't correct because not all yellows, blues, and greens mix the same. So, oh no, Dorothy, if you're going to do something, you need every flipping one of them. Look, here's the list of M grams. You need every one. Get every one or don't even do it. That's my theory. They're flat looking and no texture. Well, there's probably a lot of truth in that, Eileen, but I think they have their own charm, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. No, you don't. You mix them. Well, I'm not smart enough to know that yet. So you say that, Dr. D, got me cussed out. Get all the things. See, Mommy Kate understands. Get all the things, of course. I mean, how could you ever have a box that's this awesome without having all the things? Can you explain that to me? You can't, so don't even try. I ain't going there. Turk Varmy? Is that a turkey varmint? We'll just say, bye-bye, turkey vomit. Yeah, the charm is keep spending money and buy them. There you go, Eileen. Well, I'm not buying other things, so that's good. Yeah, like the box, I'm in like so totally in love with this crazy ass box. And when I went downstairs, I was looking for the punch tool for these. And I came across another box I forgot I had. So now I want to alter it. But turkey moment. I don't know where that stuff comes from. Yeah. So, but now I want to alter that box now too. Ooh. So anyway, all right, it's 3 o'clock. I've been on here 3 hours. There's got to be something else I can do. I'm going to paint more of these little flowers is what I'm going to do. I really got to find that wherever that wet paint is because it's going everywhere. I know which color it is. It's that color right there. See? See? Told you. It's going everywhere. Ugh. Now, one thing about engrams that y'all should know is they're honey and they never truly dry out. Like they get a skin on them, but they're always a little sticky. Like if you touch them, you're going to pick that up. So, yeah. But where up here, these are totally dry. These Daniel Smith, but the ones made with honey, they never totally get hard. So, yeah. All right, you're going to go watch Dee Dee video. She had a good one this morning. Yeah, they dry on the paper beautifully, Teresa. Yeah, they dry beautifully. Okay, Z's saying she doesn't like them, maybe for that reason. I don't know. See, I do. Thanks. I like the book too. I don't know if I'm going to add more to it. I know I'm going to ink the edges in black. And if I add something else, I don't know. I'll see. But that's pretty much it at the end of the day. So I have fun stuff. And who knows, maybe I'll end up giving it away. So thanks for coming, you guys. It was fun hanging out with you. It's Monday. I don't think anybody else is on the rest of the day. So I'll see you tomorrow morning at Kathy's. Do you add varnish to the book? No, Piccola, I won't. I will not varnish the book because the matte medium kind of has plasticized it. Now, if I did want it shiny or something like that, then I would maybe varnish the book. But no, the matte medium really, when it dries good, it's like putting plastic on the book. So no, I won't. But I probably will emphasize the wrinkles a little bit and maybe ink the edges, clean up like that corner right there. Needs some matte medium. So I'll do a little bit of cleanup. When I'm done, it'll be beautiful and perfect. And I love it. And I might put my swatches in there. I might. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at Kathy Berg's and then Lena. But nobody else is on today because Jean is on holiday with her family. So thank you so much for coming. And I'll catch you later. Bye now.